Hello everyone, it's Sean. I am back with another video. I have been slacking. I haven't posted in about, 2 weeks or so. I was giving you a journey of my gardening, my little small garden, and I do still have it. It's going okay. I will have some updates for you. I can insert some pictures so you see what I have that's new. I do have an avocado seed that sprouted. I'm very happy about that. And I added a few other items to the garden. I had a couple things that died off, but it is what it is. The garden is still here. I'm still into that. I still want to learn and grow. But this video is going to be more so about my goals for 2025. January is my birthday month. I'll be 44 in a few days. And I just want to make sure that I set myself up for an extraordinary year and for an extraordinary life. So I have some categories. I'm reading off of a list here. And the first category is going to be health and wellness. The second one is going to be career. After that is finances, and then lifestyle. These categories can be extended as I kind of see where things are going. I may add to it, but for right now, this is what I have. So starting off with health and wellness, the first bullet point that I wrote down is mental health. I think that is of utmost importance that we as women and just people in general, whether you're a man or a woman, stay on top of your mental health, because we have so many demands. We have so many demands that come at us every day, and we live in such a digital and such a virtual world that it's different than it was in like the 80s and the 90s. Like, we have cell phones and devices and Zoom, and someone texts you and expects you to get back with them right then and there. It's just like the demand for time has really done a lot that has not been great for mental health for a lot of people, myself included. So underneath my mental health goals, I am going to, and I do want to say, I love Toni Braxton. I've been watching the Braxton Family Values just because I'm a fan. And I noticed one thing that she does, whenever drama starts to brew up, she excuses herself from the scenario because she protects her mental health. And not only that, she does have lupus, and she openly shared, and she doesn't need certain external factors like an argument to have her have a flare up. She prioritizes her mental health and her health in general. And I think I'm going to pick up on that from you, Miss Toni. I'm definitely going to excuse myself whenever I feel uncomfortable, or if I just feel like this does not pertain to me. I don't need to be here in the mix of this. Yeah, for my mental health, I'm definitely going to excuse myself from some things that I don't fit in and that make me uncomfortable. I'm going to be protecting my peace. I've been kind of on that anyway for a couple of years, where I will avoid certain people, or I will limit access to myself when it comes to certain people, because it's very taxing on my mental health. And one thing I noticed about me is I'm really sensitive to other people's energy, meaning, right? If I see, if someone is arguing, they don't even have to be arguing with me, but they can be in another room and I hear the conversation, or I can hear the argument. I feel the manifestation of the stress, where my heart rate will increase. I will start to immediately feel tired. I just notice the physical changes due to the mental part of it. I can't really explain it. So for that reason, that's why I say I'm going to start excusing myself from certain scenarios, because I just noticed as I'm getting older, it's it's getting worse. So mental health, protecting my peace, excusing myself from situations that make me uncomfortable. Also with my health and wellness, I want to stay on top of my fitness. I did fall off a little bit with my walks. I did start them back up recently. Yesterday I went on a really good walk. So I'm gonna keep up with my walking, just to help with the cardiovascular health and just that range of motion. But I'm going to incorporate stretching. I have not been stretching, and every day I wake up with a sore lower back and my hips, I notice. So I'm gonna incorporate the stretching. Rest. That's another thing I'm going to be prioritizing, is getting rest. I don't know what it is, but I can't sleep at night anymore. It's not like I want to stay up and watch TV or I want to stay up and do work, but I just literally, I cannot sleep. It's just like, I'll be in the bed, I'll have the lights off, and my mind is racing. Like, I cannot get my mind to shut down. Even taking melatonin, sometimes that doesn't work, sometimes it does, but I need to prioritize rest and getting my rhythm back on track so that I can, have a day where where my mind is like at its best. I can't explain it, but I do believe that right now with me being, I know that I'm sleep deprived and I have to figure that out. So that's something I'm going to be working on. And then immune support. I recently had the flu. It was really bad. It was awful. It came with really bad body aches, really bad headache, really bad pain in the chest when I would cough or sneeze, a lot of congestion, a lot of mucus. What else? Very fatigued, could barely move. And then another thing I noticed is that whatever that kind of flu was, it really attacks the neurological system. I hope I said that right, because it feels like, I can't explain it, but it felt like my brain was like being attacked by whatever that virus was. And I even still feel it now, where I feel very groggy. I feel like I still feel very fatigued. I feel like tired still, right? So yesterday when I said I had a really good walk, I forced myself to walk because I've been so tired. I had not been able to walk. So I'm trying to kind of get myself back up in the groove with my routine, right? So with the immune support, I have that under health and wellness because I never really get sick, but this time I did. And so, ladies, I just want to say, make sure that I have it written down. Make sure that you're taking your supplements if you are deficient in any of the following. And it is a good idea to, like, maybe once a year get your blood work done just to see where your levels are. Because when I tell you that flu hit me, I was not expecting to get sick, and it just hit me. And then my daughter ended up getting sick too. It was really bad. So vitamin D, B12, iron, magnesium. Those are the things that I know I'm deficient in, and I have to take the supplements. But I also know a lot of my friends are also deficient in those. And I notice a lot of Black women I speak to are iron deficient. So I don't know what is going on. It could just be the diets and the food industry these days, where we're just not getting it in the foods we eat, or maybe in the type of diet we have. So yeah, just make sure you're on top of your supplements for your immune support. In addition to that, just make sure you're eating as healthy as you can. My diet right now is pescatarian. I don't do any dairy. I don't do any eggs, and I don't do, beef or pork or chicken or turkey. I don't do any meat other than seafood. I will eat like salmon or, fish, but the rest of my diet is straight up plant-based or vegan. I may eat like fish twice a month. So, and I do want to get to the point where I am just truly 100% plant-based vegan. I just have not really mastered that, and still keeping like the iron and my levels up where they need to be. And so that's why I do still eat fish until I can figure out how to have everything I need from just a plant-based diet. So if anyone knows any tips, I am anemic. I am very anemic. And I get tired quite a bit. And so when I feel like, oh man, I'm off right now, I'll eat fish just to kind of get myself back where I need to be. So if anyone knows what I can do, I eat a lot of kale. I eat a lot of spinach, salads. I do a lot of smoothies. I do my vegan protein, plant-based smoothie. Yeah, and I can get into that one day and show like how I eat, but yeah, something I'm maybe missing, and that's why I have to kind of go back to fish. But anyway, so those are my health and wellness goals. I'm gonna move on to career. So as far as career, as you all know, I did share June of 2024, I did get laid off from a recruiting position. I still have not found another role as far as like in a corporate role with recruiting. I am currently doing freelance recruiting, and I am utilizing my knowledge and my expertise for resume writing services, career coaching, and interview prep. I've been really helping some people with that. It's been going well. I've been getting some great feedback, and I do see that I can be of service in that area, so I will continue to do that. And real estate, I am a licensed agent in Florida, and I was in the residential area as far as like helping buyers and sellers. And I wouldn't say I quickly learned, but over time I learned that's not really my passion. So I am still in real estate, just in another sector, and I will talk about that in another video, but I'm excited about that, and that is going to be a part of my career that I'll share as I dive more into it. So yeah, I'm also pursuing my master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology. I did sign up for school while I was still working as a recruiter, and I wanted to expand my knowledge on, how to put best practices when it comes to recruitment and selection, and, understanding everything that has to do with like diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging, and, best practices, ethics, all of that stuff, right? So that I could provide consulting services to organizations and corporations. Because I do love recruiting, but I wanted to expand on that. I wanted to provide, consulting services to organizations to help them with their recruiting and selection, and to make sure that like they're creating inclusive environments that are healthy, and where the morale is good, and where they are growing and expanding in ways that they want to. So yeah, and so I'm still gonna get the degree because it is very interesting. I can use that even in real estate, and with my services that I do provide with the resume writing and career coaching. So that is kind of right now where I'm at with the career. With that, I'm going to go ahead and go into finances. So it has been really tough. 2024 was a very tough year for me financially. Losing my main source of income with that position that I had, but thank God I did have a good savings, and I was able to sustain my financial obligations with that. But I will tell you, it is coming to a point where I need something to happen like yesterday. I definitely have a goal of making 6 figures this year. I still have to do some deep digging and planning so that I can make sure I have a clear path to get there. But I will say, I do plan on getting there with real estate. I do plan on getting there with another job. I will still take a full-time remote job. But I will say, one thing I did learn from getting laid off is that taught me to never position myself to where a corporation can dictate my livelihood. So yes, I will take another remote corporate position, and it will only be remote. I will not go into anyone's office. It's not necessary for what I do. But I also will not just have that as my only stream of income. And I'm going to position myself so that if that job ended for whatever reason, if the corporation, went through some changes, if they were not doing well and they had to do layoffs again, I'm okay. So I would encourage anyone who is watching this to do the same for themselves. Position yourself. Yes, it's fine to have a job. I'm all for it. But don't position yourself to be fully dependent on that job, because if something happens to that job, what will you do? And so think about those things, right? Map out your career. Look at the things that you can offer to people and create yourself an income stream from doing something else that you love outside of your day job. I'm gonna leave it at that. Debt freedom. This is a part of my financial goals. I am going to document this journey, but I'm just not at a point where I can do anything right now because, again, I don't have the income coming in. Right now, I am just sustaining my bills, right? My mortgage, my car note, my insurance, those things. But when I do get the income rolling back in, my income goal is $150K. And I'm just gonna say, no, I don't know how that's gonna happen right now. Yes, I am going to plan it out. Yes, I'm going to work hard for it. And yes, I am going to claim it, okay? That number will get me out of debt, and it will allow me to, which is going to be my next goal that I'm gonna step into with my finances, is to start investing again. Me investing has allowed me to sustain myself for, it's been 8 months now. It's going on 8 months that I've been, not working and having that income that I was bringing in when I was working. So I did have some things in place that has allowed me to sustain myself through investing. And so I want to, unfortunately right now I can't invest because, again, you got to have income to do that. But once I am able to get that income back up to that number, I will start, I'm start paying down these debts, and I am going to do the snowball effect. I like the snowball effect. That is where when you pay off like one of your lower balances, and then, you would take that amount, that monthly amount that you were paying towards that balance, and you would apply that towards the next debt that you have until that's paid off. And then you're going to take those two monthly payments combined and then apply that towards the next debt until you pay everything off. It's a snowball effect. I can go into that in another video. I've done that before. It works extremely well for me. Takes some discipline, but it's something that I do have. But yeah, things can change quickly, and you can find yourself on the other side of the fence where you're in survival mode like I am right now. And it's okay, because life happens. And I'm gonna take this back to health and wellness with my mental health. I'm not gonna beat myself up. I don't think I did anything wrong. I think it's just a circumstantial thing where the company that I was with did some changes and they laid off a lot of people. The economy is what it is. The job market is really tough right now. I've seen a lot of people talking about. And so that's why I am going to continue doing my resume writing services interview prep because the people I've been working with have been getting some good responses. And I just feel like I can at least help someone in that, to navigate that market. So last is lifestyle. So I do want to travel more. I didn't really do a lot of traveling last year at all, but me and my daughter did go on a trip to Connecticut. It was really nice. We went with a friend of mine and we visited her daughter who's going to a boarding school, and she had a volleyball tournament, and it was just really, really nice, a little cute getaway for a weekend. And my daughter loved it, and that really showed me like I need to open up and just start traveling more. So why not? So one place I know I want to go to is New Orleans. I have never been there, and I do want to go there and be in the culture and eat the food and walk on the strip and hear the music. And I just want to go there. I also want to go to New York and go on Broadway and go to some plays. I want to go to Houston. I do have my god sister there, and I want to go to some of the restaurants I've heard her talk about. And so yeah, travel. I also want to travel abroad. I'm not in a rush to do any traveling abroad right now. I just want to take my kids on little small weekend getaways to kind of show them some culture and show them some different things and kind of get them used to being on a plane and going through the airport and all of that, right? Just teaching them. They're getting older. I have 2 teenagers now. So yeah, I just want to do those things. Lifestyle. The next one is self-care. So taking the time to take care of me. I like to get my nails and my toes done, and I have not went out and I haven't done that in a long time. Like I said, I was laid off. I was not getting the income. So I have not been able to get my nails done like I would like to. But guess what? I can do it myself. And I just need to take the time to do it. So yeah, maybe every couple of weeks I can do me a nice little manicure, pedicure until I'm able to until I'm able to go out and do that again, right? At my favorite nail spot. Eating. I am a foodie. I am a huge foodie. I would always go to restaurants and try different things, or just have my favorite spot where I know I could get me a nice like rice and veggie bowl. But with the eating, I want to do more cooking at home, which I have started doing more of that. And I like it. I don't love to cook. Sometimes I even hate it, but I love the fact that I know it's in my food when I cook, and I can get the flavors just how I want them. So yeah. And when I say eating, right, in the lifestyle, I mean clean, organic, non-GMO foods, minimally processed. I want to be eating foods that are, like whole foods, right? I'm not talking about like this overly processed, full of sodium, full of chemicals. No, I want like clean, flavorful, wholesome, healthy foods that will nourish and transform the body in a good way. That's what I want, and that's what I'm going to be feeding my kids. So, and that goes for my smoothies too. I love smoothies. I make a really good smoothie where I put some walnuts, I put banana, I put strawberry, hemp seeds. I put some cacao nibs in there. I put a little cinnamon. What else do I put in there? I have this vegan protein powder. Matter of fact, hold tight. I will show it to you. Let me grab it. Just hold on. I really do want to just let you see what I mean, right? So I have this vegan protein powder. It's by Truvani. See that? Only 5 ingredients. And I'll even let you see what the ingredients are. Can you see that? Right? I'll read it off. So it has organic pea protein, organic vanilla powder, organic pumpkin seed, organic monk fruit extract, organic chia seed protein. This one has how much protein? 20 grams of Pro-Green. 20 grams of protein per serving, and a serving is 1 scoop. And so I'll put 1 scoop of this in my smoothie. And like I mentioned, those ingredients that I mentioned before, and I'll also put a little peanut butter. I make my smoothies very thick and it tastes just like a milkshake. It's amazing. So yeah, and that's how I like to eat, nice and clean. Now, I don't know how clean the peanut butter is, but I do get like organic, all natural peanut butter. But I need to have that peanut butter. It just does something extra to the smoothie. So yeah, that's eating. Relationships. So I am single, have been single for over 8 years. I am happily single. I am not looking for anything. When God places the right man, I will know, and I will be patient until that time comes. Other than that, right now, I am happy being single, even at the tender age of 44. I just want to take care of me, my mental health, my kids, my finances, get my career on track. I want to be completely whole within myself first before I entertain the company of a companion. That's just me. I've been there, I've done that. I can share stories about what I've learned, and I teach my daughter these things, but for me, she will wait on the right one. When God says that's him, I'll know. But what I mean by relationships is having healthy relationships with the people I call my friends, meaning having healthy boundaries, right? I actually had a phone call and I didn't feel like answering it because I don't feel that great today. Like I said, got over the flu, but I do still feel this like heaviness in I can't explain. It's like a groggy feeling and I can't even focus and concentrate. I wish I can figure out what this is so that I can get rid of it and get back to me. I forced myself to walk yesterday. I don't know how much that helped, or I don't know, but that's what I mean. So relationships, having healthy boundaries and protecting my boundaries when it comes to friends, family, associates, but also I want to be a good friend. I want to be a good friend to my friends, right? But not at the expense of taxing my mental health. Those are things that I'm not going to do anymore. So I'm with Toni Braxton. I will excuse myself from the scenario in a very demure kind of way, if that makes any sense. And then I will come back and check on you when I'm feeling my best and making sure you're good. But I won't expend my mental health. I'm at the point where I want to feel great. I want to live a nice, long, healthy, happy, joyful, harmonious life. And I have to do some things to make that happen. So I'm going to cut it off here. I do hope everyone has a very blessed 2025. I hope that you write down your goals and focus on what you want out of this life this year. This is your one and only life. This is my one and only life. Let's go ahead and make the best of it. And let's treat ourselves well into the new year and beyond. I will put out another video very soon to just give an update on my garden. And I really do appreciate you watching the video. I hope that you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.